So what qualifies a U.S. company to hire foreign workers? In this video, we'll answer this question and more. So see you on the other side. So in this video, once again, we'll answer a question that came from one of our subscribers. But before that, if you're here for the first time, make sure you subscribe to our channel, click that bell to be notified of any new videos that come up. And also, if you are on Instagram, make sure you follow us on Instagram. We have 2 accounts. There's a link here somewhere. And we'll have to connect over there, answer DMs and things like that. So in this video, I will answer a question for one of our YouTube subscribers. And I'm actually going to read that question from the comments. So it says, what qualifies a company to hire international workers? If you could take the example of a new startup just starting to generate money. So that's an amazing question. So, and again, we are now coming close to the H-1B season. In a few months, filings will open. And a lot of new companies are forming, economy is doing good. A lot of young founders are moving to the United States and starting companies, and also US companies are looking to hire foreign talent. So what really qualifies? So first of all, people are thinking that for a company to sponsor H-1B visas, they have to be huge or have a lot of employees or make a lot of money. That's not the case. What the US government is looking at, first of all, it has to be a real and legitimate company. So it should be typically incorporated in the state where it does business, or another state in the United States. It has to have a tax ID number and an active payroll. So because H-1B employees should be on payroll, they should be getting a W-2 at the end of the year. So there should be already a payroll set up in that company. Typically, at least 1 or 2 employees are already working there, and therefore there's already payroll. Now, it's really important for the government, for the USCIS to see that if they bring an H-1B employee, that employee will actually have some work to do. So typically with a small company, what we do is we will attach to the case examples of a work product or some contracts for the company to be able to fulfill. If they have, say, a contract with a few clients, we show the cycle of work as to why they need the H-1B employee, the different phases. Sometimes H-1Bs for small companies are not going to be issued for 3 years. Maybe they'll give it for a year or 2 just to see if the company is able to sustain itself. So, but it's really important to show that even more than the money in the bank, it is very important that they actually have work to do for the employee. Because remember, when the case is filed, we are providing a job description, we're providing the percentage of work, of time that they're actually going to be doing the work. We are showing a level of wage that they're going to be paid for that particular job, so they actually have to be doing this particular job, and then the company actually has the work for them to perform it. So those things are essential for a company, especially a small company, especially a new company, when they see that the company was just formed, to see that they actually have that to be able to bring on an H-1B employee. Again, there may be sometimes a request for more evidence if they want to see that the company is able to pay the wages, but that's really not more of a requirement for an H-1B. It's more of something that we do when we file for green cards, during the I-140 stage, where we really have to show the company's ability to pay. And we do a mini version of that when we file H-1Bs for startups. We show that maybe they have some funding, maybe they have some money in the bank, to be able to afford the salaries and things like that. But typically, what is really important is that they actually have the work for the employee to do. It's a real position that they will have enough to do during their employment, and what exactly they'll be doing, kind of break it down in more tangible terms so that USCIS will see it. And then the likelihood of success for a small startup to do that, it definitely increases, because the USCIS will be convinced that it's a real job and it's a specialty occupation, because they're actually coming to do something that is complex and unique under the rules, and they're not just going to be doing some admin work over there. So that's why it's really important to show that the job is of a specialty occupation nature to be able to qualify, even if it's a small startup. So that's kind of some, to answer the question. It came from a startup, a potential startup that is starting in the US, and I think a lot of people have that kind of question to know what does it take to be able to actually get somebody on an H-1B visa, where you don't really need a big company, but you do need to put some things in place to be able to convince the government that it's an actual real job, and they'll meet the requirements of the H-1B visa. So that's in a nutshell. And remember, H-1B visa deadline is coming soon, so get ready for that as well. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click that like to give us a like if you like this video. Share this with somebody who may need this information, and leave us a comment with questions, video suggestions. We'd love to hear your comments, your suggestions, and we make videos based on those. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.